You mean like from your end or from my end? I thought it's supposed to be from my end.
I mean all cool people, so that's why I can do it.
Yeah, so obviously BChan has none of that kind of stuff.
Paid users over here.
Whereas John, on the other hand, probably can do it anytime.
John is it's a different kind of cool. He's a
Finish your thought there.
jchode.exe stopped working. Leave me be. Sorry.
Anyway, welcome again, guys, to another week of our podcast. We have Adam here. What's up?
Hello. How's
Sure,
it
this is
going?
a podcast.
Is it really a podcast if you're in it, BChan?
I was gonna make a sexual joke, but no.
Okay, wait, say it. Give it to me. Give it to me, Daddy. What are you gonna say?
The real answer is that he's never in anything, so...
Oh, that's true. Yes, there we go. Oh,
yeah.
shit, I did.
Ow.
Ow. Owie.
Oof, ouch, owie.
Oof, ouch, owie, Brian.
Drex, go get the fire.
And from Dom, too.
But yeah. So Christian is unable to make it today because he's looking for a ride back up from Los Angeles to go back to San Francisco. I think he was
Where is he
doing.
right now?
I'm not sure. Somewhere in like Hollywood, I believe. He's doing a Hispanic scholarship organization event thing that he was helping out at this week.
Christian is always so busy. It's actually very commendable.
Oh yeah. I mean, even when he's out of school, he's still staying.
Well, I think it's just everyone besides ourselves. Dom is busy. Adam's busy. Christian's busy.
I'm never busy.
Okay. The fact that Adam claims that he plays more video games than me is probably an indication that we're not busy people.
I play a lot of I only have two things that I have to do is like work out, and then after that I play video games. Actually,
my lifelong obligations.
Yeah.
Adam, how do you work out? Do you do like muscle groups, or are you a CrossFitter? What do you do?
Honestly, I go play I do basketball workouts. Like I usually do 2 of those a day, and then I do like a few weight workout. I don't do CrossFit. Just like a few weights just to keep myself to keep certain muscles strong. I'm not trying to bulk up or anything. And just to stay limber, stay flexible, make sure my joints don't mess around during games, and that's about it.
Okay, for sure. So, how much do you lift, bro?
Not even a lot.
But he can
Honestly,
do the split.
not even that.
Wait, Dom, what you were saying? Mic check?
I said he can't lift much, but he can do the splits.
Ooh.
I can't do that either. That is false.
I've been lied
Then
to.
what the fuck are you good for?
Yeah, why? If you can't do the splits, what is your
I
purpose?
was good for is I'm a jumpy boy. I jump.
Yeah. He doesn't go down. He likes to go
I
up.
put the ball in the basket when I jump.
Yes.
Funny
There you
story
go.
about splits. There was a time in high school when I did Chinese acrobatics, and my teacher was this little Chinese man, and he would put me on this splits machine, and he would crank it up. He would crank my legs up little by little every 1 minute until my legs would be completely straight in a splits. And then he would take the tool, he would take the crank, and just leave me for half an hour. And I'm just here crying. I'm just like, why? why would you do this?
Sounds like you were at a child abuse center. Not a school.
Yeah. It's, I don't think that was a Chinese martial.
No, Chinese acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Yeah, that's not Chinese acrobatics. I think that's just straight up Chinese. Chinese something.
Torture.
I think it's
torture.
Chinese.
It was
Straight up
very
Chinese.
similar to a torture device, indeed. It was just like, he was like, no, yeah, this is the best way to learn. Shit.
This is the best way to learn pain.
Yeah,
There's all
exactly.
kinds of pain.
Yes.
You should have been like, no, it's not, motherfucker. I know it.
Why did they put you in Chinese acrobatics?
because
parents did that?
yeah. Well, I also kind of wanted to be cool and learn some Chinese acrobatics, but
I mean, that says everything about BChan right there. He thought joining Chinese acrobatics.
Thought it'd be cool.
So
Hey, I thought joining parkour was gonna be cool. Then I met BChan.
hey.
Hey.
It was interesting.
And then it was
Parkour had its run.
it was Uncle BChan's
Parkour had its run. It was cool for a second.
Oh, Adam, you know, Wimby was doing parkour with us for a bit.
Yeah, I got to witness firsthand
Oh, did you?
when like we'd go on outings and stuff, and we would take the stairs and to walk, and he would be running and sprinting over obstacles and stuff. So I realized
if it's him, isn't he just like stepping over stuff?
regularly.
I mean, can't Wimby just like step over things?
Very much so.
No,
yes,
everything.
actually.
The whole point of parkour is to just look cool. You don't have to get there faster necessarily. You just have to
But
look
if
cool.
you got the wingspan of like a plane,
Then you can literally fly up into the air. Just spread your arms, and you get aerial drift into your wings.
which I feel is Wimby's category.
Well, I mean,
It's really ironic because we all joined parkour because we were a bunch of fucking Assassin's Creed nerds.
yes.
All the people who joined parkour were nerdy people, and maybe one or two actual parkour people. Every
Well,
once
you
in a while.
guys can cover the moving silently part, and I'll cover the killing part.
Oh man, I remember the days when we would have our glorious and esteemed leaders be an hour and a half late to every session, and then they would lead us around in a circle, like who did a fucking big clown parade of monkeys, kind of just like vaulting over benches in a line. And then that would be our warm up, and then we'd go to like a wall, some secluded area away from the general public's view, and then we'd jump over walls and shit.
Yeah, it sounds like you had some bad leaders, dude. I was also beginner. I was your year, remember? In parkour? I joined when you joined.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the year of Hakeem. Hakeem was a
boy.
bro, and he quit very, very fast. Hakeem looks kind of like Brian. He was very similar, kind of like short in stature, a little chubby on the edges. Wore all black.
Soft spoken. Had a
ugly. So yeah, soft spoken. Okay, that was a little different from BChan. BChan is the most annoying motherfucker that I know. But Hakeem, okay, plot twist. Hakeem was BChan. That was fucking weird. That was so weird. So he was leader of parkour at the time, and then that was the semester that I joined. It was my freshman year spring semester, but it was my first semester. And then so I was like, hey, one of my other friends is in parkour, and he recommended me to join this club. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna join parkour. There were a few new people. Hakeem was one of them. He was like in this full black garb. Like
No. A big ass orange
that's
puffy
like big
jacket.
hoodie. Oh yeah, it was the orange
And
jacket.
it was
black
hot
pants.
as fuck
Yeah.
that day.
Yeah, and then he was kind of just like standing on the side and not really saying anything. Kind of just like this typical shy nerdy kid who wasn't really paying attention to a lot of things. He was kind of just like drifting back and forth. And then so I thought Kevin was the leader at the time. He was kind of just like calling the shots and then just being like, hey, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're doing this drill, that exercise. He goes to Hakeem and then he's like, hey Hakeem, you're looking a little lost, do you need help with anything at all? And then Hakeem's kind of just like, oh, yes, sorry. And then so after a while, like we all do like this one trick, just like this vault over the wall. We all kind of clumsily get over it as newcomers, and then Hakeem goes and he does a fucking Kong over it in like half a second. And I was just like, okay, Hakeem knows the shit.
For reference, Kong is like beginner, intermediate level kind of like vaults. And I did it absolutely beautifully.
Yeah, you kind of just like sprint. You sprint and then you kind of like jump and then you plant your arms on the wall and then you just throw yourself over. It's like a very basic, fast kind of vault, but it looks really cool. And then Brian just did it. No, Hakeem did it. Yeah, Hakeem.
Hakeem was very talented for his young age.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all that, lack of social experience comes from him constantly practicing on his parkour ability.
I'm used to running away.
Yeah. He's used to running away from social situations. Exactly. That's exactly how he developed it. He's like, fuck, it's people. So at the very end, we I don't even remember quite what happened. We kind of did a few other wall things, and then we got together. We were about to dismiss, and then how did you do your grand reveal? I think you just like
Kevin asked everyone to do one final route through one of the obstacles. I decided to just go ham with like.
Oh, that's right. I think
multiple
you're like
flips.
takeaways. You're like takeaways. What did you learn from this thing? And then everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I learned how to vault over a wall. I learned how to jump from this wall to the next wall." And then you're just like, "Well." And the rest is history. Hakeem then evolved into BChan.
Hakeem died that day, unfortunately.
Rest in pieces, Hakeem.
There was a
He was
first-degree murder.
overtaken by the overpowering presence of BChan. Yeah, that was weird. It was wacky. It was a good way to make an entrance, though. That's how you make impressions on your kohais. Your tiny little kohais. But all those kohais are now gone, except for me.
Yes.
You got stuck with the worst one.
I got stuck with the best one.
Everyone else was mad talented in parkour except for me. I just happened to talk the most. Maybe not at the time.
I'd say you had skill, dude. Definitely better than some of the others we had.
That's because some of the people just quit after the first day,
Well,
so
yeah.
we didn't see like half of them immediately after that. It's very strange.
How are
Okay, I don't
things
know
going
if
for
you
you,
guys.
Dom?
In what department?
Just life in general.
Well, I'm
Life
still
department.
tired from Thursday.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, Conquest. How was Conquest, Dom? How's the grand reveal?
Why don't you ask Brian?
How's the grand reveal, Brian and Dom?
I enjoyed it. I thought it went great. according to what some other people were saying, there were some technical issues, but I mean, I thought it was fantastic. It was a fun time. Adam, for reference, USC Esports recently revealed that they're I don't know, Dom, correct me, but they're becoming more
Their
official.
varsity team.
Yeah.
It's their varsity team.
Yeah, they announced their varsity team for League of Legends, that they're gonna kind of make a stronger push to get USC Esports, more
Off the
strongly
ground.
recognized. Yeah.
The legitimacy of it, because other colleges have super legitimate esports clubs. UBC has like an esports club of like 1,000 or so people, which is
What
why
the
they always
fuck?
win. Which is why they always win the collegiate league every fucking year.
What, Berkeley?
So, no, UBC in Canada,
Oh, okay,
University
okay.
of British Columbia. They're
Right.
badass in terms of esports. They're nuts. But
You left out the best part.
what's the best part?
That we played against UCLA on the main stage.
Ah, yeah,
That's true.
and we went 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
But
True, we
I'm mad. I could be on that team, and I could be on the LA Times. My salt is just gushing out of me.
For reference,
No matter how
Adam, Jay Cho here used to be on the USC Esports League of Legends team, and he was diamond
As well.
ranked. But he's unfortunately left the
I'm washed
team
up.
since
Oh,
since
I'm washed
school
up.
happened.
he's
Like
a
how-
scrub.
I had a son, and I raised him very well. Now he's with his mother,
Quite the
and I
fluffy
have
son.
visitation rights. Yeah, well, Dom, do you have any positions open for staff?
We will eventually.
You
Oh,
know
yeah.
E, right?
You're gonna have to be a lot more specific.
The dude's name is literally just E.
We have one guy like that on staff.
And then he's a activity manager, I think. Is what he said.
I know what he does. I don't know what his title is.
Yeah, but you know him, right? It's like this kind of short Asian guy, kind of long hair.
Puts together the notes for our weekly meetings.
Yeah, and no glasses, somewhat tan.
Oh, he's
Wears long pants.
talking about EO.
Yes, EO.
Is that like EYO?
His name is literally E, capital E, lowercase e.
I believe it's EIEYO.
Technically, the he's
And Bingo was actually his name.
EINGO. E-O. Okay, yeah, keep going. What?
I said he's a club admin.
Yeah. So he actually works with me in the Natural History Museum. He's my coworker. Small fucking world, huh? And
Small university, dude.
so I told him that because when I was working with him, when he started working with me in the very beginning of the semester, as his first semester of a freshman, I told him stories, quote unquote horror stories of my roommate, which is Jonathan. I told him that Jonathan was really annoying. He talked to me when I was trying to go to bed. I would literally be under my sheets in my bed, the lights off, and he would still be trying to talk to me. And he would, he has some weird habits. He would be like up at 4 a.m. trying to talk to me about classes, and I'm like, it's 4 a.m. I'm ready to tuck in. And so I told a lot of these stories to E. And I was like, he's not a terrible roommate, but he's got some really weird quirks. And he's like, oh wow, this guy sounds really scary. And I'm like, no, he's scrawny and small and very tame and nice kid overall. He just has these weird quirks. And then so fast forward a few months, he is working with Jonathan in the esports team. Like he knows him, and then they go to the meetings and whatnot. And then so I tell him finally that Jonathan is my roommate. And then he's having a lot of trouble. He's just like flabbergasted. He's having a lot of trouble putting 2 and 2 together. He's just like, wait, Jonathan, that scrawny Asian dude, is your terrifying roommate that harasses you in the middle of the night.
Wait.
And I'm like, yeah.
Is this the Jonathan that's on the team?
Yes. So
He
Jonathan's
doesn't-
my roommate.
They don't go to the same meetings.
I think they met each other at the club at some point in time. Because he's administration, right?
So the
And
club
then-
isn't the same as the team.
But isn't he part of the varsity part? Or
Nope.
is he not?
Nope.
Or is he part of event organization?
He's part of the club,
USC Esports Club?
not the esports club, the league club.
Wait. Which one is which? Is he part of summer school? USC Esports or the varsity?
Okay, the varsity team is under the umbrella of the esports program, not the esports club.
Okay.
And also under the esports program is the league club, which is not esports or summoner school. That's what he's involved in.
Oh, what the heck? So there's 4?
No, there's 3. It's just the esports program has many different things under it. The other 2 are just themselves.
Oh my gosh.
What's Summoner School? Is that what you guys are saying?
I'm not getting into this right now.
Okay, this is
Fair,
very
fair.
interesting. Let me give you a TLDR. USC Esports, which was the old USC team / esports organization. They're for filthy casuals, basically, and also the people who want to apply to the team. When the varsity came out this semester, basically USC, like what Dom said, there was a USC organization that was formed, and USC Esports was relegated to just like, casual players only. And USC Esports had some ongoing drama that was happening inside, so they split into Summoner School and USC Esports. And they hate each other's guts. They fucking actually hate each other for some reason, which I don't know why, but
Technically,
I just heard.
they're split into 3.
3?
Oh boy.
What?
The esports program, the esports club, and summoner school.
Okay.
boy.
But can we not talk about this on a recorded stream?
Sure.
Interesting.
Tell us all the secrets.
Fill it.
On a separate note, guys, Game Awards nominees were
Oh, what?
announced.
Oh, that's right. It's something important, right?
So we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we have God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Celeste. I don't know if any one of you could help speak towards this. And the last one was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Announced for just like overall best game.
Yes.
Is what that category is.
Game of the Year.
Hitman 2 didn't get nominated?
Lol.
Hitman 2, more like Shitman 2.
Have any of you
Yeah, but
actually
they have
played
this
that?
thing. But they have this thing
I
where you can
haven't.
drop a rake on the ground and random people will just step on it and injure themselves. It's probably the
Lol.
best mechanic in a game ever.
Now that's attention to detail.
Wait, when you say injure, as in like they get taken out? Or just like dazed?
Like they'll just be walking, they step on the rake and it hits them in the face and they just stand there like, my nose. And they continue on about their day, like, and then like if they're near somebody, like the person will look and try to investigate, like, who put that rake there?
Somebody call for help! This man is injured! He stepped in a rake! Wait, Celeste. Oh my god, Celeste is a pixel indie platformer bullshit. Kind of. There's too many of those.
I mean, it's overwhelmingly positive on Steam.
With 3,000
Everyone
or so
says it is
reviews.
a surprise masterpiece.
It does look good.
What's the surprise?
Yeah,
The
it's
2016 one got like a 90 on average.
Wait, oh, is this a
Ooh,
remake
Lord.
of the game?
No, this is a sequel to the 2016 installment. Same developer and everything.
Oh my god, best ongoing game. Destiny 2 is there.
Lols.
That's great.
Honestly, okay. Let me list you the best ongoing game. This is like, long-term development games as a service kind of thing. Who developed the best over a long period of time? Destiny 2, definitely a bleh. I think Fortnite is very well deserved of this. Even though I don't like Fortnite personally. No Man's Sky is also pretty well deserved. They turned from a shit show to, an okay
I think
game.
you
deserve
cannot
it.
have that discussion without Warframe.
Yeah, they don't deserve it.
Yeah, but Warframe was good about a year after launch. It's not like it went through a huge change.
Yeah, but Warframe is the best well-kept game.
I think Warframe definitely should have been there over something like Overwatch, because Overwatch is next, and then Rainbow Six Siege.
Well, certainly over Destiny.
Definitely over Destiny. I think Warframe definitely kicks Destiny 2's ass. But Fortnite is probably number one in terms of the best business model. Siege is probably the best in terms of gameplay overhaul, I think. Siege is like, wow. I remember when Siege came out. It was a shit show.
Although
I
it's
think
kind
it
of
was...
sliding back down.
Yeah. It was like in its second or third month. I think the concurrent player count was like 600 or something. It was very low. Overwatch is kind of hitting the shitter from what I'm hearing. Competitive play is like in a weird spot. It's Overwatch Bridget meta. And No Man's Sky is still irrelevant. Destiny 2, I played it. It's not fun. They had to go free to play. So Detroit Become Human. Oh, best game direction. Studio for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design.
Adam,
Way
have
Out.
you seen this list?
What?
Have you seen this list of the nominees?
No, I'm about to look it up right now.
Because
Well,
Warframe
I'll just
is
slap it
not
on
best
Discord.
ongoing game.
Here you
All
go.
right.
It's on gaming.